Welcome, and thank you for joining. We are looking at the Tokyo session open, just 2 minutes into it, and let me just finish marking up these lines and I will explain them to you. Just to put a couple more on, and let's get started. Pop one on there. Just leave that one there, I think. Right. This is Audjpy, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, and just put a 5-minute line on there, and got a couple more here that I had from earlier. And lastly, that one, which is on that blue candle, not on this green one. I'm looking at the blue one. Highs and lows, open and close, calls for blue, sell or puts for green. So that's that marked up. Now, first thing we want to do is, and I'll explain the point system in a minute, is look at red flag news. We haven't got any at the moment today. Let's look at the currency strength meter. Australian dollar, very, very strong. Japanese yen, very weak, 1 bar. If you want to know more about how this works, then there's some information below. Updated every minute and determines current strength. Any changes appear if you refresh the page. So every time I come back to it, I do refresh the page. We've marked up our lines. White is daily. Yellow is where price is has been for the hourly, on the hourly mark, on the hourly candle. So this is the 5-minute chart. Then we go down to the 15-minute purple. I put purple on, 5-minute, red for resistance, and blue for support, because price will always move against levels of support and resistance. So this is the 5-minute chart. So there'll be 12 5-minute candles in one hourly candle, etc., etc. And the stronger lines are going to be the yellow one for the hourly and the white for the daily. Those are your strong lines, and we like to see where they all add up together to see, we call it traffic, how much traffic price has got to get through. Now you can see it's, I'm just going to put on quarter theory, and I've got the pivots. So let that just come on. So you can see at the moment we've got a very strong Australian dollar, as we said. It bottomed out at that 8,500 level. Didn't like that level, and it's we know it's very strong. It's moving up. There's the yellow, the hourly. So it's been moving up. This is Sydney session, where it's in. I haven't got it color coded at the top, and here we are at the open of the new day's session for Tokyo, and you can see it's opened as a sell candle. So, and still going down at the moment. If you come out to the daily, where I started marking up, and you can see it's been in a very strong downward trend against the US dollar for quite some time. From this point here, a month ago, and it's reached this level here and seems to have bottomed out and is turning back the other way. But on the daily, the 200 moving average still hasn't met that. Now, we're not so interested in these big long moves because we're scalping, we're time-based traders working off a chart that's only 3 minutes in a 5-minute candle. That's all we're interested in. We come down to the hourly and look at what's been happening there. Then there's that line that we've just been discussing. This is a line of support and resistance, the orange dotted line as well, and it's a very strong area. So that was the lower low there. In blue is New York. In yesterday's New York session, I'm UTC +2. So you have to adjust that according to where you are in the world, for example, EST time or whatever. Let's come down to the 15-minute. We're now looking at the lower time frames that we're more interested in. And you can see here it's switched to say hidden bull, meaning directional trend is up. That actually went down to 79841 there, failed to meet that next level. So it just dipped below this very major level of 80000, very important level. And that was in New York, so it started to come up in New York session and still moving up. So that's how we're reading the charts. And then on the 5-minute, there's a little retrace going on. So you could draw a trend line up here. So you can see if you take a one of these, if we put it, use your magnet, so lock it onto the end of your wick. It's a little bit subjective. You want at least 2 touches, preferably 3 or more, to either side of the candle end. But you can see there 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. I'm not so interested in that one because it's where price is actually moving, but you could say 5. So we have got a very strong trend up. It's respecting that trend line off that 15-minute level, the purple line at 619. And then below it, we've got the daily at 613. So I'm very interested in those lower levels for price to bounce off for a call. And I've got my pivots marked here, macro and micro pivots. So is it forming higher highs? This one is called a micro pivot because it hasn't yet formed a higher level above, and we need to see one go above. So our top level up there is 692. That's a 5-minute level. But we have got it against the auto support behind. So that's at 693. So we've kind of got our levels that we're working to. Now here's a stronger level at 659 because that is an hourly level. So I'm expecting price to respect that lower level there and that upper level there for trading. So again, market timing, I want it to come down as far as we can get it here and then take it for a call on the 15-minute, the 30, the 45 and the hourly. So once we've got our landscape, then let's come over to look at HourGlass, and let's have a look here at Audjpy. So you can see it says here base currency, and I'll explain the point system in a minute. We've got set this here at your local time zone, UTC +2 for me. So I've got Australian dollar at 70, Japanese yen at 33. It was a call at 617 2 minutes ago. This is on a 5-minute chart, you can see here. And this midline between these Bollinger Bands, which are the red and the green, also acts as a rolling line of support and resistance. So I can see a little green line there behind, which is at 594, and it's oversold and coming down to oversold on the stochastic and the RSI. Got an S sign there for sell or a put, and we're just a couple of minutes from the next call. So if we get it down as near as we can to that 594, which is one of these blue lines, that's because of that wick, but I'm not sure it's going to get down that far. But we're okay if we take it off that 6112 sort of level. So if we come over to our broker, it's at 85%. It's at 626 on the broker, and it's at 619 here. 1 minute to go. So you can see it hasn't quite come down with quite as much momentum as I would like. I would like it down a bit lower to get the points, because you want it like this one back here to cross down, and as it crosses up, that gives you 1 point. That's the RSI, and the same with stochastic. As it crosses up, you get a point for that, so that's acting as 2 points. 40 seconds to go. It's already moved up, so it may not get down as far as we want. It's shot up there. It's just going along sideways a little bit. Now this is a high payout, though it's volatile. It means it's more volatile. Where does that 15% go? That's the broker's commission for placing the trade. We're thinking of a call, so there's someone on the other side of the world thinking of a put, and that's how it balances out. See how that's just dropped back down? It's just going to give us, this is going to change in a minute. Now that's interesting, it's given us a put at 626. So that's fine. We don't want to be taking puts because it's still so strong. Japanese yen has just moved down slightly to 27. So Australian dollars at 70. So that means 1 Australian dollar can be bought for 80.61821, whatever the last digits are, Japanese yen. So it's 1 Australian dollar to however many of this price is here on any pair. So that is your base pair. So if the top one is higher than the lower one, then you want to be taking calls, and vice versa. So we're just going to wait to see what happens next. Let's check our currency strength meter while we're waiting, because normally if I've missed the 15-minute trade, you see how this has changed now? Some of them have changed, but we're still, the Japanese yen has moved up in strength a little bit against the Australian dollar, which is 6 bars, but it's still very much in our favor for calls. Now it has tapped that 599 level. There's 594 because of that wick. You can see it's moving down here. So if I've missed the 15-minute for whatever reason, you've got our 200 moving average here. So while we're waiting for half past, I will just show you how the point system works. Text. So you will get the call or put is 1 point. The 200 EMA is 1 point. Excuse me. The currency strength meter is 1 point. The stochastic, and I'll go over these again for you, is 1 point. The RSI is 1 point. The Bollinger Band, green or red, depending on whether you're taking calls or puts, is 1 point. And then the S or the sell or the buy, the S or the B, is 1 point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the line of support or resistance is 1 point. So that gives you 8 points in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I was on Taylor's session, his last session, and he said there's a couple of little glitches that they're working out on the point system. So this is how it adds up. So at the moment, we're going to get a new candle in 1 minute 15. So if we look at this last one, put score of 2, the call or the put, that's 1 point. It isn't off a Bollinger Band. It isn't off a line of support or resistance. Red for resistance, green for support. So no points there. It isn't the 200 EMA is not in our favor because that green is below for a call. So there's no point there. We haven't got an S or a B. There's no point there. And it's that's why it's only saying 2, because it's a very, very low score, and we haven't got the currency strength meter either. So that's how you add them up. So it's barely a put score of 2. It's just a 1 really. It's not off the Bollinger Band. It's not got a line of resistance. We haven't got the 200 EMA. We haven't got it overbought up here crossing down, or overbought here crossing down. See how they're moving up now? We're at 20 past, coming up to the next candle. So actually we want, it's just gone down here. So we want it, see what it's going to give us now. We're looking for calls. That's a put again at 651. Australian dollar 76, Japanese yen 27. So it's kind of going into a bit of, they're moving closer together. So we haven't got the CSM, currency strength meter, 76 to 27. We haven't got that. We haven't got these up high enough, although the RSI did just quickly tap it there, but it's not really high up enough. Haven't got the 200 moving average. We haven't got it off a line of support or resistance. That was 667, that red one. So it's barely a score of 2, and we only take 3 or above. 3, 4 or 5, 3 or 4. Anything else really is a bonus, but that's how the point system works there. That's what we are adding up. So you've got 1 for the put, 2 for the resistance or support, 3 for the Bollinger Band, red or green, depending on whether you're taking a call, put or a call, 1 for the 200 EMA, 1 for cross down or cross up, cross down, cross up, and that should add up to your, oh, and then 1 for your S for a sell or B for a buy. That's how we're adding them up. Let's have a look here. Those still, let's refresh it. Always remember to do that. So we want to be taking calls. Let's have a look at trading view. I'm going to get rid of the, I don't really need the trend line. It was just to show you visually how you can use trend lines, because you've got your pivots. So you can see it, it's coming down here to our 635. A blue line is our 5-minute line of support, and up here we've got 859. So it's not moving in a very big range, 36 to 59. So either we've got to wait for it to come up here and then take it for a call towards this level up here, or we want it back at that 635. But that's why the payout's so high. To you know, the brokers have worked out what's happening on the movements. So we're at 22 past. And the wicks mean these are probes, so it's probed down to that level and doesn't like it. It's failing to go down further. So at the moment that price is at 650 here. So we did have a nice move there at the 10 past, as it turned out. So when you come and look at HourGlass, it will give you the previous. So it says put, and a put gives you the previous call signals idea, so that you can work out 626, 651. So it's still saying it wants to push down, but we know from the currency strength meter that it's strongly wanting to go up, and you can see that your Bollinger Bands and your moving average are moving up as well. Just move that out of the way. And there's our 200 moving average there. So I'd really like these lines back down below, but whether we're going to get them or not, I don't know, because we've got wicks here. It's not liking coming back to this level. But I'm going to use, we've got 25 past, we've got 29 seconds to go. 656 on the broker, 644, there's our 642, 629 level was down here, 619 down there was the open of the market. 653. So we've got a call now at 643. Call score of 2. It is in the overbought area. We haven't got an S or a B. It's right in the middle here. It's not really off a strong level. It's not a trade I want to take. And this is what happens when you get to these higher payouts. Just moving down back to 643. So we're going to wait till we see what happens on the 30-minute, which is here. Our next candle. Now you can come over to your technicals here. Look at the 5-minute. As you'd expect, it's a strong, excuse me, it's a strong buy on the 5-minute. So you can always look at that as well, but your currency strength meter should tell you everything you need to know. So 644 price is coming back for us on this retrace. So if you look at what's happening here, Sydney session, the session I haven't got color coded, we never trade. It's all along the hourly. Then as we opened, it opened with a sell, wicked off, come up, so another retrace, so we want it as low as possible. 620, that's 631 to 636. So a doji candle there, indecision, opened as a sell candle on this 5 minute, 2 minutes 36 to go until, but you can see here these pivots are level. So you don't want to be forcing trades, you want to be, let the trade come to you. And you can see Japanese yen has weakened, Australian dollar 6 bars there, hourglass down at 629, the broker's at 638, so that means we have got a price difference of 9. So you need to be wary of that, because your trade is going to be won or lost on the broker, not on the hourglass or anything else. 641, 651, so the difference of 10. So 28 minutes past, I may have missed that one, which you can't do anything about if you're following the market timing strategy. Could have already moved, and there was a price difference of 10 points. So I can't do anything about that. There we are, that's wicked off right up there. We don't take trades 28, 29 minutes past, we wait for the next one. Now if you look at this level, it's got an hourly, the yellow, it's got a pink, which is a resistance 5 minutes, and a purple, which is a 15 minute, and you can see it's wicked off that level twice. That's 660, so you've got to be wary because it's got a lot to get through. So this is what happens when you look at the higher payout ones, 85%. It's not going to be, you know, you've got to time it to your advantage, obviously. So we'll just look at what the half hour tells us. 647, 652, difference of 5. Come down to the 1 minute, and it's just very strongly rejecting at the moment off that 660. This is on the 1 minute, remember. And here we are on the half hour. Put it back on the 5. Hourglass has given us a put actually at 644. Put score of 4. And I suspect it's because this is quite tough for it to break through. And also it's up at the Bollinger Band, so the algorithm will be bouncing it off that. So there is a line of resistance, 667. I haven't got a 644. It hasn't pointed down yet. We haven't got the S for a sell. We haven't got the moving average in our favour. We haven't got the currency strength in our favour. But it is a put score of 4. But if price is strongly wanting to move up, and we've got that 660 level there, which we know has what we call confluence. It's got a lot of lines of here, pink, purple and yellow. That's 515 and hourly. And that white line is my candle close channel, and it's just wicking off it because it's struggling to get through that level. So it is wicking off it, just struggling. It gave a put score of 4, but it's trying to get through, so it might get through on the 35. But it's given us a put because of the Bollinger Bands, which act like elastic. But we know price strongly moving up, because our algorithms will work off a what-if scenario. If this happens, then that. It's logic. So you've got to read your charts and do the analysis that we've been doing. So you can see it has crossed down there on the stochastic, our momentum indicator, but the RSI relative strength index is flat. That has not peaked as much as the RSI. So we'll see what happens on the 35. Normally, if I've missed a trade on the 30-minute, I will then look for 45. But you know, you don't want to be taking these trades because you know you can't. If you got in there on that put, which was only a 2, and it did go down, but depending on the difference, there was a price difference if you remember between our HourGlass and the broker. Then you've got to take those points into account. So it's quite tough to win that. You're not really going to win trades like that if you've got a price difference with the broker as well. 644 at the moment there, 655, so you've got a point difference of 10. Now it came down there, 32, 643, and it is busting through that now. There's that 643 on the 5-minute. It's managing to get through some of this traffic. 661. So there's our 665 level of resistance there. So even though it's coming up into this overbought area, I don't want to take puts on this for everything that we've discussed. You can see here the Australian dollar has lost strength, 60 to 23. But we haven't got other things in our favour for this. Let's just see if this is reflected on here. No, it's still very, very strong against the Japanese yen. I don't want to trade US dollar Japanese yen because they're equal. I could trade GJ for a call, depending on what the payout is, or euro. So we'll see what I'd rather stick with. GJ is 67 and Euro JPY is 70. So I might turn and look at that instead because I can't catch the trade on this. Let's see what the 35-minute candle gives us. It's given us a put at 660, so that's off that top end, which is where that traffic level is. Here, it's just whipped off there, but it said put, but it's opening as a buy because it's now above that traffic level. So it's a tricky one to catch. And that's why the payout's so high, 64 to 14 here. So I think I'll come over to Euro JPY. That's how the point system works. So we've been through that. And sorry, GJ. I was going to look at 57 to 14. So what have we got going along here? Well, immediately what I see is, oh, this has been marked up by Matty or Taylor. These are, well, it doesn't say with master notes. No, this just must be lines of resistance and support. They just all happen. I haven't seen that look like that before. So what have we got going on? We've got the 200 moving average, as you'd expect, telling us to take calls. It's come up here at, this is market open, come down to this midline of support and resistance, wicked off that. Nice trade up there on the 230. So what we want is for it to come back and then take a call for the 45, but let these momentum indicators move down to the oversold area. So that's what I'm reading here. I just check. Oh, look, that's come right back down. That is tasty. And you can see the Australian dollar's got a bit weaker. Just come back here. 64 to 14. So actually I might come back to this and wait for the 45. Just show you where that is on here. So it's off a 5-minute line of support there. It did form a higher low here at 5 past, and there is 692 at market open was the higher high. So it's still moving up on our trend line. It's still respecting that trend, as we can tell from the currency strength meter. So we had off the 15-minute, we had on the open of the market down for 15 minutes, then it kind of sidled along. That's 30 minutes, and normally I'd expect it to come down for the hour and then take a trade for a call on the hour if we can't catch the 45. Sometimes price turns on the quarter, sometimes it doesn't on any pair. So it's respecting that level at 636. Remember, we're only interested in these is scalping, but because we're time-based traders, there's our midline of the candle close channel, 638. We have to make sure it lines up fairly precisely for us. That's just coming up to a new candle. So 642 there, 645 on the broker, HourGlass 637. So it's still a points difference of 8. The broker's 8 above what you're seeing on here. So you do have to take that into account. Especially if you're working in fairly tight margins. They're not all tight margins, but it's because you've got all that traffic level up there. So let's see what that's just given us a line of support there at 632. 632, which is that 5-minute line. Oh, that's opening as a sell candle. Gave us a call though at 637, which is that 5-minute line. But my indicators are not really, it's only a call score of 2. I've got no buy there. I've got the currency strength in my favor, the 200 EMA in my favor. I'm off 627. Didn't quite come back to that level. So I haven't got support and resistance or Bollinger Band. So I've only got these two. I've only got the 200 EMA and the currency strength meter in my favor. So I don't want to be taking that anyway. I need it to push down further. So let's just wait patiently for the 45-minute candle. And there's that indecision there. Oh, it's just moving, so it's moving up. But as I say, that's why you're getting that higher payout, because you've got to, we've got to get it strategically the right time and the right place on our market timing. So this is a 1-second tick chart, remember, so it looks like big moves, but so that did move up off that 646. So it just depends, you know, but I do try and stick to what we just discussed, because 657, you know, you need to get the probabilities lined up for you. as strongly as you can. So we've got 2 minutes 51. Let's see if this falls back to the 638 level. 644, 661, 660, 667. So the price difference is a little bit less. 675 it's gone up to, so it's pushing up strongly now. There's 662. There's our 659 level. So we'd really like it back there, this level here, for a call. And on the 1 minute, it's moving up off that hourly and the 15 minute and the 5. So it's pushing up now, 669. But I need it to go. It's not going to come back. Is it going to come back for us? We just need it to drop back to that 659. And I'm not sure we're going to get that. 666, 674. So again, we've got a price difference going on. We have to be careful of that. Six, 7, 3, 6, 6. Difference of 7 points. So where it's saying 6.5 here, it's saying 680. So let's, I don't think I'm going to catch one on this because it's not going to come back. It's just dropping back actually, 665. 671, difference of 10 points. Just got the new 45 minutes. It's given us a put at 664. So we can get funny things happen at the 50-minute up until the hour. So I'm going to have to leave this one. Didn't manage to catch a trade on that. I'm going to look at GJ before we go, which was the other one that I don't know whether to stick with this or not. Because I've missed the 45 on it. And I don't want to get caught out. It's just off that level again now, so it could come down for the hour, you see, and then carry on up. And there is a bit of a price difference. That's just respecting that hourly line at 658. 658, 656, 660. So it's matching up now. We've got time 46, 4 minutes to go. don't think I'm going to catch this one on this session. So what I'm going to do is look at GJ, a put coming down to our area, 67 to 14. GJ, Japanese yen is weakened against the Australian dollar. I haven't got this one marked up. You can see that trend line clearly up. Hidden bull here, just wicking off that level. 9.10 gave us a put. 61 to 17, it gave us a put. Our lower level is 819. There, that line there. That's a big wick coming down there. Just keeping an eye on our Audjpy one. That was off that 15-minute line, 683. Maybe I'll come back to that because that's still, the yen is weakened. Might be better just to stick with this. As we're in the zone with it. Just can't get these lines down enough. Going to give us a new signal. It's given us a call at 648. It's only a call score of 2, so it could push down for the hour. Remember, call score of 2, 648. It's opened as a sell candle. And this is what happens. You see there's the 45. It's a double. Just wicked off that 15-minute line. It's come down, back down through this traffic level. So let's see what I think I'll stick with this, and we'll stay on for this till the hour to see if we get a call. You see all this line here. It comes back to that daily at 612 or 621. We've still got our on the 15-minute. Six 4-1, 6-4-3. 3 minutes to go. It is coming down to our oversold area. It is a bit more risky when it's 10 minutes before the hour. Because the brokers can do funny things as they come up to the hour. It's just in this tight band, that's all. 636. Australian dollar's lost a bit of strength. There, 628. Just below our, just above our 15 minute. These other lines are auto support. It's an indicator, 636. So we do need it down at that 642, 650. We do need it down. There's that 640. It's not strong if you take them in the middle because it can go either way. You need price to always be bouncing off a line for you. That's what they're there for. Oh, look at that go. It's risky when you take these ones like this, especially at this market timing at 5 minutes before the hour. 627 is that line down there. That green line, it's not down at that level. I doubt it's going to go down there. See how it's struggling on this line of resistance and support, because there's 3 of them to get through. Oh, it's just given us a new, it's given us a put at 644. We don't want puts. There's that new line of resistance at 667, which is this line it's trying to get through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the struggle bus it's on. So we need it to get a strong push. It's going to carry on up. It's 5 bars to 1 on the Japanese yen. Just check that. Oh, it's changed now. Look at that. Okay, so that significantly alters me wanting to take a call on it. This is why we wait, because it cannot get through that level. So now we have a mixed message because it's in a transition. So I'm actually going to have to leave this one. I don't like the look of that anymore. That's why what happens with it when you look at these high payout ones. So GJ 71 to 9, you most definitely only want to be taking calls. 200 moving average. It's not down strategically. We want it really down at the green level. You want 4 greens for go. 1 point there, 1 point coming back up there, another point there, B, 200 moving average, and off this line of support 821. GJ, let's change to that. It's only at 67. 821. 819. Oh, which is right down there. There's let's have a look on here. GJ. GJ's at 928. You can see that strong directional trend up, the double top there. Have got a hidden bull though. 910. I haven't marked this chart up. A couple of minutes to go to the hour. Nine, 3, 1. And you see that whole number, 150 flat. So it wants to push up there. It hasn't quite made it on this hour though. Let's have a look at the hourly candle. So it is it has peaked at that level to push through it there. This is our 15-minute. Just come down to the 1 minute to have a quick look. 917. So I haven't quite got it down at the level that I want. This is our new hour. 57 to 14, a call at 919. 926 on the broker. 910 is down there. You can see it's didn't actually it's given us a line of resistance up there, 880. So you can see it's still everything in our favor for calls at the moment. So the only thing I'd say is I don't think it's going to push back up to here. It again could be in transition now because it's already been up at that level twice. Let's look back here. And our Australian dollar, Japanese yen, as we said on the hour, it was weakening. And oh, look at that go, massive change of direction. Still says 51 to 14, was put at 654 off the hour. It's now heavily oversold. It's tapped that daily at 612. $628 on the broker, so it's still got a points difference, still pushing down there. Whew. Oh, that really, and that's off that 200 moving average at 606. That's on the 1 minute. That was a big move down. So that was support there. This daily, 611, 612. Let's see what we get. They're even now. US dollar very strong against the Japanese yen. That's changed as well. 45 seconds to go. There's that 606 daily level. Not sure we're going to get that to come back for us now. The 5 minute candle. Right down to the other side of the Bollinger Bands. Call at 616. Call score of 4. Slight difference in the price though. Six 1 7 621. Oh, that's just popping down again. And we've got that bearish divergence. So that looks like it's on its way down to 562 now because it's breaking that daily. I'm going to have to leave that one. So no trades today on this session. Just have a quick look back at GJ. 61 to 20, moving average in our favor. We haven't got it down. I'll tell you what, we'll do this another way. The US dollar is a put, meaning it's going to lose strength. So that means this is oversold here. US dollar at the moment is a put on UJ, but we saw how strong it was against the Japanese yen. So we need that to be a call, but I don't think the payout on this was very good. Yeah, it's only 61%, so we don't want to bother with that. Euro USD, we've got our moving average coming through there. It's changed to red, 49 to 64, so selling. But our momentum indicators are down at the green level. We want them at the red. Euro JPY 49 to 20. We need that to come. That's Euro JPY. That's at 70%. Four bars to one. Call score of 2. It was a call at 514. Let's just see if this one comes down a little bit more. Take this for a call. 1 minute 15 to go. 492, 496. So we want this. There's that 492 level there. That green line's just been drawn off the moving average in the middle. Sorry, the middle of the Bollinger Band, which acts like a support and resistance. So we've got oversold, oversold. Got currency strength in our favour. We haven't got a B for a buy. Got 200 in our favour. If it holds this midline and we get a call, then we could take this for a call. It is coming up to 10 past. We prefer to wait for the 15 because it can drop lower. Could come down to that 475. We just want these down a little bit lower. So we'll be patient. $491. And we've got another little traffic problem here because that is our quarter theory. So price has got to get through that one way or the other. So that means that can also cause a struggle. That's trading view glitches when it does, when price touches it. Just add it on manually so you can see at the moment price is now below that, so that's a problem for us because you see here resistance, support, so it's breaking through that. Come down and then retest it. So again, is this in transition or is it going to carry on up? I'm not sure. I want to take a trade where it's given us a call at 489. Call at 489. It's at 491. So there's our 500 level. So the problem with taking this trade as a call, even if it does work its way up, it's going to struggle a lot at that level. So that's why I wouldn't take that one at that moment, because we've got mixed messages now. We've got that problem there. We really need it to get down to that green level, then take it back up to that level, then it'll carry on down or break back through, whatever it decides it's going to do. So at the moment we've got 50 to 33, we've got 200 moving average. We only want to take calls, but I don't want to take a call because I've not got much room to play with. I know that it's going to struggle around that area. So as it's now dropped below, is it now saying it's in transition coming down? And GJ is a call, 61 to 33, not quite down low enough for us. doing that. So I think I'm going to go now. I haven't managed to get anything this session. Hopefully you've learnt about the point system that we use. And as they say, it's far better to be out of a trade wishing you were in it than in a trade you're wishing you were out of it. You see the Australian dollar's now dropped below the Japanese yen. It's got a lot weaker, so I know that that is now turning. Australian dollar against the US dollar 27 to 67. Anyway, I'm going to finish now because normally I do an hour on a session. I've gone over a little bit, so it'll be Les on for London session at 10 AM UTC +1, and I will see myself for the London session on Thursday at the same time, 10 AM UTC +1. So bye for now, and thank you for joining.